this bull riding situation, bro.
Yeah.
Do you want to speak about how serious that was and could have been, or what happened? Was it, were y'all going to do that just because you wanted to go ride bulls, right? Something you always wanted to do.
Well, no, as a young guy, my cousin Tommy and Eric, one's a year older than me, one's 2 years older than me. They rode bulls. Mm-hmm. Rest in peace to their mother, my Aunt Debbie. She had a giant ranch with horses. I grew up shoveling shit for, $6 an hour for her. Plus I was always in trouble, so my mom sent me over there, and half the time I had to shovel the horse shit for free. So I was around that shit when I was a younger guy, and I always wanted to ride bulls because I thought I was stronger and tougher than my cousin Tommy and Eric. And my cousin Tommy's one of the toughest sons of bitches I know. But they rode bulls. I rode a few as a young guy, and it was I wasn't built for it yet at that time. But then now I was shooting I did this country album, and I wanted to shoot. I wanted like my artwork and stuff to be. It's called Second Rodeo, and it has nothing. Second Rodeo has nothing to do with the rodeo. Yeah. It's like Second Rodeo this is like my second, wind in life. Yep. This is my second chance in life with my kids and my family. It's my second basically career. I'm kind of shifting into something else. And also too, it's like I've been around for a minute now. Yeah. Like this ain't my first fucking rodeo, dog. So I thought that would be a really cool name for an album. And I was like, all right, well shit, if I'm gonna call it Second Rodeo, let's go ride some fucking bulls. Yeah. And I called my cousin, and he's like, man, my wife's gonna kill me. I can't get on one. He's like, I'll go there and I'll be there and help you and fucking, And he's like, you sure you want to do this? And I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah. He's like, we're not young anymore, man. He's like, he's like, all right, we're gonna go and I'm gonna make sure everything's good and you're gonna be fine. Fucking, I'm like, man, I ain't even worried. I wasn't even thinking in my head. I'm thinking, yeah, I'm gonna probably get banged up, bruised, and shit like that. It's not gonna be it's not just gonna be a piece of cake. But I wasn't thinking I was gonna have a concussion and lose my memory of that day. So he calls one of his old rodeo buddies that used to ride bulls with him. His name's Kelly, great guy. Yeah. We go down there and just let's go. We I get on the fucking barrel and they're fucking just I'm getting it down, whatever, cool. First I rode 10 times. I rode 5 different bulls. I rode 10 times. And this is all shit that was told to me. I'm telling you what was told to me. Yeah. I do remember this. I remember how I felt that day, and I felt just so calm and happy because I was watching my son and how he was doing he could do the shit. Yeah. He didn't get hurt or anything. No. That day? I mean he got flipped in a car. I'm gonna make a video on this so you guys can see it. But he got flipped in a cartwheel and off of it. He got rammed into the shit. We're getting banged up, but yeah, he was fine. He wore a helmet the whole time. Yeah. My first 5 rides, I had a helmet on. Then I was like, all right, I got this. I got this now. I'm ready to go. And I guess I said I had one more in me, and they brought out this bull called Grandpa. Mm-hmm. One I had already rode probably twice that day. And I just fell off wrong. I slid off the side. Yeah. And when I slid off the side, his feet were up in the air and came down and crushed my ribs, chest, stomach, all that. God, bro. And then they're real light-footed, so when they're not on good footing, their feet are.
All of his weight didn't come down on your chest like that, like it could.
No. All his weight came down on my fucking head. So the first time he bucked down, the shit hit me in the chest, side, and then after he was scrambling, he kicked up, and I got stitches all up in my neck where he hit me in the neck. And then as I'm rolling, he's getting out. He bucked out again and smacked me in the top of the fucking head. And I got up slow and was I'm good, you know, it's good. And they walk me off, and I walk outside again. This is all things that are being said to me that I did. And I guess when I was sitting outside, they're talking to me, and I'm cracking jokes and busting balls, and people are laughing. So they're like, oh, he's good, he's fine.
Yeah.
And then my cousin, I guess, was like, you know, you got to start taking it easy. You know, you just had a son. And I was like, I have a son? What do you mean? Like, I just had a son.
Oh, bro.
And that's when they knew. They're like, he's out of there. And they called the ambulance. I don't remember being in an ambulance. I don't remember getting to the hospital. I don't remember anything until later that night, like maybe 1 in the morning, when I was like, what happened? And Margie's on the phone, and I'm like, I started coming, like, my memory of, I knew who I was finally. But like, I never lost consciousness. I lost memory. I don't remember that day.
Do you remember Margie and Gray and Taman and everybody?
Yeah, like 1 or 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
But like that happened at like 4 or 5 p.m.
And you didn't know.
I don't remember any of that fucking day, and I didn't recall anyone, whoever the fuck was anyone in my life, until about 2 in the morning. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're all right, man. That's scary, bro. Because them pictures, that could have went a whole different way, dog.
Yeah, no, and you know, it wasn't. That's another thing with Margie. Like, she's like, "What do you want to do for your 36th birthday?" And I wanted to go skydiving. You know, or I'm going down to Alabama. What are you doing? I'm going noodling with Hannah. What the fuck is that? Well, you catch these giant catfish. You stick your hands in their fucking mouth.
Yeah. Here's a video.
It's like so she's always used to me getting fucked up, you know, but this one she was mad at me, but she said it was pointless of being mad at me because I didn't even know who she was. You know what I mean? So this
girl's mad.
She's yelling at me on the phone, and I'm like, babe, why are you mad? Like,
she's your rock, and you're just like, I don't
and Taman's like laughing and shit, and I don't know what's going on, you know. This is everyone's telling me that Margie was, you know, she was upset with me, but she was laughing because I was like, was just clueless.
Yeah.
And Taman's laughing at me because this is like the 3rd time he's seen his dad in the hospital with a concussion or something. Like, I just had one 3 years ago in boxing. We were sparring really hard, and I got dropped in practice. And again, I lost my memory of that day. But see, when I used to get concussed back in the day, they didn't know what the fuck concussion protocol and all
like,
that was.
You're fine.
Yeah, football, and wrestling, and boxing, and all that since a kid. But like, now, that's twice I lost my memory. That's it. It's it. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't, like, that's it.
Yeah.
No more fuck shit. Like, I have to be careful. Because it does affect me. I know my vision's kind of weird now, and it's been like that for a few years. Sometimes I feel like my speech, I'm trying to correct what I'm saying in my speech, or you'll hear me like stutter a little. And it's not because I'm not sure what I'm saying. It's like I'm trying to slow it down to come out so it's proper. So it's like, I'm getting older. That's it. Yeah. I've had my no more running my head through walls.
Right.